Good evening, everyone. This is the fifth and final mystery tool bag giveaway that we're doing for the month of June. Every Friday night for the last 4 nights, we've been giving away a free nylon tool tote with a selection of tools in it to the lucky winner who gets drawn from everyone who is in the chat. And we'll be doing the same thing tonight. And in between now and 10:15 p.m. Central Time, which is when we're going to be drawing the winner, we'll have all kinds of interesting chat discussions going on and bring up topics as you see fit, ask questions, and just have ourselves some fun. I am joined this week by some very special guests and good friends. First, we have all the way from sultry Central Texas, Cass Nichols from Speed Wrench.
Ooh. Get my porn face here.
And all the way from the West Coast, which is the best coast except for the Gulf Coast, please welcome Power Stroke Dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope everyone's gonna have a good weekend and a happy 4th of July.
Last but not least, from the gem of the Eastern Seaboard known as New Jersey, please welcome Mark from Mid-Atlantic Tools.
How y'all doing?
Well, it is great to
Another
see
wonderful
everybody tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Normally, we'd have Cass writing down everyone's names in the chat. I have those duties tonight because Cass may be on a limited schedule with us. So
I'm hoping I can make the whole
we'll-
stream.
Steer maneuver. You can't start a stream and leave 20, 30 minutes in.
Who does that?
Who would do that? Wouldn't be that guy right there. I can almost touch his head right now. See, look, I'm touching it. What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Lindsay, you better start writing names down. Or
I
you're
am
gonna get
writing
behind.
names as we speak. So please,
Let's
talk
say hi
amongst
to the first one in the chat, Sergio Huaso. I say it right? Probably so. Say hi
That's
to Sergio.
that's how you pronounced it last night. Wasso.
Yep. Bocce's Blankets and More. What's going on, Bocce? The dirty jokes
Hi,
are coming.
Bocce,
That's all I
Sergio.
can say. My favorite New Englander, Chris Hodges. What's up? East Coast Ken, what's going on? Jake Chef. Yes, that is a good porn face. I will agree. Zach Larson. How you doing today? Travel Diva 2. Hello. How are you doing? Got Mark Worth. What's going on, Mark Worth? Larry B says, let's go. That's what I'm saying. What else we got in here? Eric T. What's going on, Eric? Your prize will be out to you soon. Jason Williams. Yep, that's right. Better now that the week is over. Had training all week.
That's a good way to wrap up the week. All right, as everyone comes in the chat, I'm writing your names down. We're putting you in this enormous bucket. And at 10:15, we're going to draw one name. Now, the previous winners are ineligible because you can only win one time. And to recap, I would like to congratulate our previous winners, East Coast Ken, BS Small Engines, Eric T, and Dad Speed and Custom. Tonight, there's going to be a fifth unique winner at 10:15 Central Time. Now, before we get everything underway here, I would like to take a moment to thank all of our servicemen and women in the military who keep us safe and secure. Happy Independence Day to everybody. Without them, we would not be celebrating today or any day, for that matter, as Americans. So thank you to everyone who keeps us safe and keeps this country secure. We do appreciate your service. I know it can sound cliche, but it's very heartfelt from all of us tonight on the panel. So thank you all very much.
Yeah,
Freedom is not free, everyone. People paid, gave the ultimate price for our freedom.
Indeed, that is true.
I spoke with a gentleman today at the shop. He brought his son's car in, and we were talking, and he got to talking about how he was a veteran of the Vietnam War. And I was telling him how Tuesday when I had that doctor's appointment, it was at 10, so I got up early and I went. I was going to have breakfast at this hamburger stand that I like. and that a gentleman was walking in, and they're getting the more the years go on, you're seeing way less like Korean War veteran hats, and World War II's are, I don't even know if there's any left, very few, I'd imagine. But this gentleman had a Korean War hat on, and he was walking. He had his number and he had his drink, and I got up and I shook his hand and I said, "Sir, I want to thank you for your service." And I kid you not, he was walking. I'm gonna, slowing down. But after I shook his hand, he stood straight up, and the rest, I mean, like you could tell, it made his day. And a few minutes later, his wife, he was sitting away from me, but she had to pass me, I guess, to go get a drink. And I guess it was like, maybe it was his daughter. She was older than me, but she wasn't, I don't think she was quite his age. But she comes up to me and she taps me on the shoulder and gives me a hug and thanks me and says, "Man, you made my dad's day. More people should be like you." She's like, "I can't believe that." And then I told her this, how I've taught my son Matthew, like if Matthew would have been with me, he would have beat me to it, because that's just how he is. He gets up and he shakes people's hands and says, "Thank you for your service." Tells them that he wants to be a soldier, and now he's telling him he wants to join the Navy. So it's like, cool, man. I get it, man. Lindsay, what you just said, 100%. It's not just words, man. It's true stuff.
No, and never ever underestimate the power of saying something kind to somebody.
Oh yeah,
And you just don't know
a long way.
how strong and positive an effect that can have on somebody. So, whether it's our service members, whether it's a friend of yours, maybe it's your family, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's just someone that you just happen to bump into in the store or something, a kind word goes a long way. So it's just a good way to be in general. So good on you, Jude. Very good.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. What do we got going on in the chat? Anything from anybody who is new? We still have
we have a couple of prior service members, Jason Williams and Ken from East Coast Ken, both former military members.
Excellent.
That's right, Ken. Thank you, Jason. Both of you guys, man.
And Ken's extra awesome in my book because he was Marine. So
yeah.
So you guys taking the long weekend?
What's that?
The long weekend or the short weekend, and with the day break in the middle, or?
Well,
yeah.
So damn, I hate saying this here. All right, Lindsay, can you go ahead and put the earmuffs on, please? Earmuffs.
La, 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 la.
All right, so I'm taking the whole weekend off, right? Lindsay thinks I'm working on his truck.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm off the next 2 days. I'm going back.
Baja Automotive, 12 years in the airports. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for your service too, Baja Automotive.
Yep, thank you.
Bachi's
Baja thanks all the
brother
civilians.
is in the military also, so we got to thank Bachi's brother. Shout out to Bachi's brother.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I don't do it. I do it begrudgingly, but you're welcome.
Well, yeah, I don't like it, but I do it.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I do.
You guys pay taxes?
Oh.
No.
Not on cash tickets.
What's that? I would never take cash.
No.
Cash.
How about you, Mark? You taking a long weekend?
Yeah, I'm taking to next Monday.
Oh, nice.
Next Monday.
Release caskets back. I mean, minimum.
Way to do it.
I can tell you when Lindsay will go back to work.
Long
Yeah, I
weekend.
will not be.
With
I
a
will not
week
be
in
getting back to
between.
work until. Yeah.
You're welcome, Lindsay. I'm just
My
looking out
schedule
for
is
you.
dictated by somebody else here.
I hate
Jason, you're
doing
not
that,
kidding,
man. I
man.
really
The
hate
taxes
doing
are crazy expensive in California.
Forgive my barking dogs. We got someone coming over. Has to see my wife about something, so there might be a little commotion in the background for a few minutes.
So they're gonna start brawling or what?
I hope so. That'll make it exciting.
Can your wife? Can she fight? Can she carry a punch?
I'm
She got a good stick and move to her. Or
sure she could. I wouldn't test it though.
And there we go.
Uh-oh. It's getting primal there.
Oh.
Oh, he went out. When Lindsay comes back with a black eye, he said the wrong thing to her.
The dog will be sitting there.
I've had 2 black eyes in my life. Once I got caught with my own fist, caught myself breaking something loose. And the other time I either ducked when I should have weaved or bobbed when I should have ducked or something like that. I got caught with a good one.
Yeah, when I was younger, when I was wrenching, that's how I gave myself my first black eye.
Yeah, I've been there. It was my second one. Yeah.
I had a guy hit himself in the face with his own hand and split his eyebrow open. This was years ago. I wasn't in charge. I was just a coworker. I go, what the hell did you do? He's like, hit myself in the face. I'm like, did you knock yourself out? He goes, no. I'm like, God damn, you're bleeding like a son of a bitch. He was pretty tough. I wouldn't have messed with him. Oh, no black eyes. I guess you didn't mouth off.
Well,
it's okay.
Nothing on camera anyway. All the action's happening over there off camera. All right. Sorry, I had to duck out there. All right.
Baja Ken
What's
just
new?
subbed to your channel.
Any new tools there, Lindsay? What do you got?
Say that again, Mark?
Any new tools?
No. Well, as I'm sure you guys have talked about a little bit, at least heard, my truck is back in the shop for I think
Well,
6
who
times
worked
in
on
as
it
many
last?
weeks. All right, so something funny is happening.
I had a pretty nice tool haul this week.
Whole truck, but you got a whole truck worth of tool in your shop.
So this time around, I'm traveling on the highway coming home Wednesday night.
What Lindsay? C5500?
Yes,
Okay.
with an Allison transmission, Duramax 6.6, right? So I'm coming home.
And a working air conditioning.
The air conditioner does work very nicely now, yes.
Yes.
Radiator, top notch. Power steering pump, great. All that
Steering,
stuff.
excellent.
Steering is really good, yes. So I'm coming down the highway and I hear a funny clicking sound. I don't know what it is. I'm looking around, don't see anything funny. And then another few seconds go by and I look in the mirror and I see, because my exhaust pipe comes out the driver's side for the rear, I see thick white smoke pouring out the pipe. So I go over to get off the highway, and as I'm decelerating down the off ramp, it starts popping and flaming out the exhaust. I pull into a parking lot of a Walmart, and I said, I know who I should call. Hey, Cass, are you still in the shop? And he says, yep. I said, well, I don't know what to do, right? I don't know if I'm stuck. I could drive it into the parking lot, okay. I don't know if I'm stuck. I don't know if I should risk driving it. I don't know if I should put it on the hook or what. So we talked about a couple of things, and Cass thought about a couple of things, and I checked a couple of things that he told me to check. Android has got you. And I wound up chancing it and driving it to Cass's shop, and I drove there just fine. So it's sitting there now getting looked at, and
we have a pretty strong suspicion of what it might be.
Oh.
We're thinking it's contaminated fuel, that there's actually gasoline in the diesel. And what we are experiencing was a pocket of gasoline, because gas and diesel do not mix, right?
Yeah.
Like gasoline will be suspended within, or the diesel will be on top of gas. So we're thinking that some of the gas may have gone through there, and that's why we got flames. Because white smoke.
Yeah, what would cause the flames? Yeah.
Coolant wouldn't catch on fire like that. It wasn't.
Yeah,
We don't think it was oil.
Not going to ignite.
Yeah. So our suspicion is contaminated fuel. That and the truck ran. No, it doesn't have a DPF. It does have a catalytic converter on it though, because it is a 07.
Yeah.
Or 06. 06 or 07?
07.
Yeah, that one. Whichever one. 07. Does have EGR, does have a catalytic converter, but is not from Ken. I heard that. I saw that joke. Oh, Pachi sent me that joke earlier. Ken texted me. All right, who's ready for bad joke number one of the night?
Bring it on.
Blind man walks into a fish market, says, "Moaning, ladies."
Oh, man. I just- oh, boy. Anyone else have any bad jokes?
No,
Why?
not that
I
bad.
can't have bad jokes.
392 Jake, I just got you here. Joe Shearer, gotcha.
The elevator joke, my favorite joke.
That's a very good joke.
Oh, in the winter tonight, if you're registered, I'll throw in that bonus again. If you're
Oh,
subscribed to my page.
yeah. Subscribe to East Coast Ken, and if you win tonight, you'll get a bonus.
Man.
All right, let's get caught up here. Chris Chambers has a question.
Hey, if anybody wins tonight and they unsubscribe from Ed the Old Tech Guy, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, see, bonuses galore. Tell you what, free tool for anyone who wants to subscribe to Ed the Old Tech Guy. You don't have to win. All right.
All right, so
Chris Chambers has a question.
Can I take the first stab at this one? Because
Go ahead.
All right. So really, I think slide hammer. Do you like my voice cracking there? Really? Hey guys. Really, I think most slide hammers, the actual hammer part is the same, unless you get the snap-on one, because snap-on one is like a different shape. But
They
the
use
rest
a
of them are the
different
same.
thread.
Yeah, but I mean, I bought mine on a promo. The promo one I got from Mac is probably the same that Mark sells, the same that Lindsay sells.
OTC probably.
I was
Well,
going to
it's
say
not
probably OTC.
I don't think it's OTC, but I think I bought it from Lindsay when he was the Mac dealer, actually.
Yeah,
What was
I
the
don't
part
know
number
who.
on it?
I don't remember, but
It was
it
a
works
big-
good. You
It
can't
was
go
a heavier
wrong
hammer,
with
right? It was like the 10-pound hammer.
any
On
of
those?
them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of them are pretty much the same.
I think they're all, yeah. Well, I meant like the gear wrench one and the OTC one, you can swap parts back and forth because they all got the same threads.
I think they're the same. I think they're made
Mac is the
place.
same way. Maco is an OTC one.
So Snap-on's the only one with a different thread pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means you have to buy their attachments.
Can we leave at 7:40 or 7:45?
Yeah.
Did you get to Pat Paulson's comment here, Lindsay?
Yes, I said I commented. I said, yeah, that's true. That's funny. That is very true. It's funny. Women athletes are also getting phenomenally faster when they're running or swimming or jumping higher. It's blowing my mind. Great training.
They're getting taller, muscular, facial hair,
Yeah, facial hair, Adam's apples.
X and Y chromosomes. I don't get it. How is this happening? Good Lord.
Oh, great comment. That was a great comment. I was
Just remember, if your sister has balls, she's your brother.
right. I was talking with a customer today in the office, or not, it was yesterday, and the talk went from him having a Bible study to all of a sudden, Pride Month, and him being a Christian, and we were just talking about that, how you could imagine that conversation was going. And this was a gentleman that's probably like 75 years old. He had an earpiece on, so he was real loud, but it was just him and I in the front office. And after about 5 minutes of talking, our accountant walks out, and she just kind of glanced. She really didn't look at me, but she just kind of looked over to see who I was talking to, and then she went back into the back office. I'm just thinking to myself, our accountant is a lesbian, so I was like, damn. Well, I wonder what. But she wears an earpiece too, like for Bluetooth, and she's always got something going on in there. So I don't know if she heard us or not, but I think she did, because she came straight out and looked at that dude. So I went to lunch because I take a late lunch, and then she was gone, and she only works 3 days a week, so I didn't see her today, and I won't see her on Monday or Tuesday. So I'll find out on Wednesday where that goes. But I did kind of give my boss a heads up about it.
All right, East Coast Ken S. So they make slide hammers that come with the end to pull out body panels, or they just sold separately as different styles of slide hammers. They do
Couldn't
have
tell you.
the,
Don't work on. I don't do body work.
They do. Are you familiar with the stud welders, Ken? Where you weld the stud on, and then you can pull them with a slide hammer.
Yeah, that probably helped him out a lot.
Is it made by Stack? Stack Tools has one. I think it's Stack.
Trying to think, the last one I saw was probably from. Oh man, what's that company? Oh, we're going back a ways since I saw them.
Jake
Ocean
Chef.
Gate?
Joe Mama, Jake Chef. What's up, guys? Jason Williams.
What's the brand of those?
Do you guys see the video I did with the care package I got from Michael Beachy out in New York?
Oh yes.
Well, he sent me some T-shirts and stuff. He was talking about sending the TTS hats, and he called me today and we were talking. And a friend of his, he told me he's been out in this area. His friend lives like a city over from me, and she's moving out back. I think I don't know what state she's moving back out of California. So he's flying out to help her out, and he's only going to be a city over. So I'm like, man, he's like, what day does Roscoe and Gabe and them come? So I told him, he's like, I'm going to see if I can't swing by and meet those guys. I said, dude, you in town? We'll go to Applebee's. We'll get a steak. Yeah, it's small, weak city, man. Applebee's the best steak you're going to get in my town. We'll go grab a steak. And he's like, yeah, for sure. So I'm looking forward to actually meeting him in person. Another person I can put on my list, Cass. We were talking about that last night.
Mm-hmm. Jude, when I come out to visit you, we're not going to go eat a steak. I want like real Mexican food.
Oh, for sure, man.
We're not going to go eat no steak.
So we're going to my mom's house?
There you go.
Bring it. I'm not, as long as she'll have me.
Oh man, my mom will have anybody, and there's a rule at my mom's house. So I'll always had it. You know what? I should have that fact. I think I'm gonna do that. It just dawned on me. I'm gonna make her a plaque with her saying, put it up in her kitchen somewhere. She's at this house. He's like, if you leave hungry, it's your own damn fault.
All right, there is. I'm going to share a screen here. This is the stud welder kit, Ken. Something like this, where you take that blue piece is your welder, and you weld one of those pins onto a body panel, and then you use that slide hammer to pull it back out. I don't know if you're familiar with those or have used those in the past. That is generally what I would think people use, unless unless it's a real weak dent, you can pull it with a suction cup or something, or use like a paintless dent removal tool to get down behind the panel and push it out.
And this stud welder is available at coiltools.com for the low price of
well, not on my website,
but it could be.
It could be. Absolutely.
Brandon, that's funny, that's cool. And Jake, that's hilarious. He says when you're drunk, anything is good at Applebee's.
That's the truth.
Give me 1 second, guys.
I don't know when the last time I've been to Applebee's is. It's been a while.
It's been years for me.
Decade
years
plus.
for me.
Yeah. Jake Chef has a question. Just wondering how many hammers y'all have. Am I crazy for having like 30? No two of the same. I think it's not too many, right? Got to have the right ones for the job. Yes, you do. Hammers are surprisingly versatile and highly specialized. So you can get things that are specific to applications, or you can get, general use hammers. But
I got a ton of hammers. Lindsay's seeing my hammers. So I've got a plethora. I don't know how many there is. I probably don't have 30, but I have a few. And then when it gets into like here at the house, I've got a bunch of wood stuff too. Like I have a couple framing hammers, I have some smaller duty use hammers, I have some small tack hammers. But then at work I've got a ton of ball peen hammers. I got a bunch of rubber mallets, and I don't think any two are alike in my box. We'll have to see when I do another toolbox tour.
And that's just someone
The
like
hammer
yourself.
drawer.
That's like someone like yourself who's in the automotive industry. There's so many other industries that have hammers specific for the kinds of work that they do that, there's just so many available. It really depends on what you need them for.
Now, Cass, the big question is, do you have a claw hammer?
Not in my toolbox. Not in my.
Not in my toolbox at work. That is
not in my work
illegal to
toolbox,
have in the
yeah.
shop. If you have a fucking claw hammer, I will send you home.
Yeah.
No claw hammers allowed in the shop.
If you can have
a claw hammer in the toolbox.
if you can have a dedicated drawer or a dedicated small box or something at home for home tools where you can have a claw hammer all day long, a level, whatever. But that stuff does not belong in your work toolbox.
Lindsay,
not
how many
some-
times have you seen it?
He's
What's
got
that
a
word?
great story.
How many times have you seen the claw hammer in the toolbox, in the automotive toolbox?
Oh, there's two
No.
guys at the shop right now that have
Tell
them.
the story. Tell the story about the U joint and the claw hammer.
I walk into waste management one night. All they work on is garbage trucks. So they don't have anything small in these shops. They work on nothing tiny. And they hired a guy. Oh, this is going back a few years now. So they hired a guy who was not well regarded in the shop, and that's putting it kindly. He was the constant subject of ridicule because he had zero experience in no tools. And I don't know how he got the job to begin with, but there he was. And I walk in one night, and a guy with the shop supervisor is sitting there handing this guy, I don't know what size the hammer was, maybe like a 32-ounce snap-on hammer. And I see they're standing at a work table where they had a drive shaft on there, and I see on the table a wooden hammered claw hammer. And I'm not asking too many questions. I'm just kind of taking this right in. And I'm pretty friendly with the guy who's a shop supervisor. And he says, "Let's go out to the truck." So we get on the truck, and he says, that claw hammer, he said, is the only hammer this guy has. And he refers to it as his kitchen hammer. Because that's the one that he, before taking this job, that's the hammer he kept in the drawer next to the stove in his kitchen where his junk drawer was. And that's the only one he had. So he was forever known as like the kitchen hammer guy, and it's a rough way to go when you have zero exposure to an industry that somehow you just got a job in. I mean, that's you're talk about starting with 1 foot out the door already. Hey, Brian Stewart, good to see you.
Did you get DK Roth in the chat?
I do. DK Roth, welcome.
Did you get
I
Brian
have
Stewart?
my hammers. I have a snap-on 3-piece set. I have a Craftsman sledge, a few Craftsman mallet, a few junk. I have what I call an exhaust flange hammer. I got it at Harbor Freight. It's probably as big as my hand. Sometimes when you take a clamp off, an exhaust clamp off of a turbo or something, and they're sticking, you hit it with a little bit of WD, and that's the only little tiny hammer you can get back there. And just give it a little tap, and it springs free. But it's funny. I do have a clawed hammer. Probably have a few here in the house. But one Christmas from before I knew Roscoe, it was with my old dealer. I got my wife her own little tool set. It came with a utility knife, tape measure, clawed hammer, a few other things that were in there. I can't maybe a screwdriver and a Phillips or something like that. But it was a snap-on set. So I actually have a snap-on clawed hammer. It's my wife's, but we have that one at the house. Hands on Mechanical, what's up? Ratchet Wise, hello.
Now, Lindsay, what do you carry on the truck? Do you carry Wilton hammers?
I will carry Wilton, my older leftover gear wrench stock, and now Milwaukee.
Yeah, I just ordered in some of those Milwaukee hammers. See what
They've been
they
pretty
look like.
popular.
They knocked it out of the park with their little. I mean, the dumbest things you could think of, but it's like just the fact that you can stand it on its head, and I mean that was a.
And they
I'm
stamp
sure-
the size on the butt of the handle, so if when it is standing on its own, you just look down. I mean, those little things. Whether or not you find it useful, you can't deny their attention to detail, and I think that that matters. If they're willing to pay attention to the details like that, you would hope that when they're taking care of the larger things, that those are also well designed too, and they seem to be.
ATD has a really nice sledgehammer kit, like a 3-piece kit. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
I wouldn't be mistaken if it was made by Wilton.
How are the gear wrench
they're
hammers?
really nice. What is that?
How are the gear? Lindsay said he had some old stock gear wrench hammers. Are they any good?
Yeah, perfectly serviceable. They were the old Armstrong line, and then when Apex Tool Group turned down the Armstrong brand, they absorbed those into the gear wrench line. They're perfectly good. They're just a soft face dead blow mallet style hammer with a plastic overmold.
Hey, we're talking about gear wrench. I've seen this on I think at least 2 of your videos now recently. You refer to the gear wrench as a perfectly serviceable light duty screwdriver set. You say if you need something heavy duty or something, you got to hammer on, get the Mayhews with the striking caps that are being on the private. I agree with you 100%, but the Snap-on and Milwaukee and Matco and everyone else, they're not calling their regular screwdrivers a light duty. I mean, you shouldn't call them light duty. You should just call them they're a perfectly serviceable screwdriver set. You know, if you need something to strike, then get the Mayhews. Take out the light duty because people are right away light duty. No, I don't want those. At least that's how I would look at it.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I just would never want to call something that it's not. You know, and that's a good point though. I think I've been calling it medium duty.
Medium duty. You
Yeah,
said,
because
okay.
you can buy, like the Titan brand screwdrivers and some other brands. and stuff,
Titan? Should we really talk about Titan right now?
Too soon?
Too soon?
The
Like Titan
brand
hammer.
Every time I see that, you really step back and you look and you think Titan reminds me of like the Harbor Freight of the tool truck.
Well, yeah, and, they were just scraping
Titan
off
reminds
the
me of
ocean floor.
Thanos.
There's some really good stuff.
Yep.
And then there's stuff that you wouldn't want to
touch.
use.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Harbor Freight. You go to Harbor Freight and they have some good stuff. Then they have stuff that you just don't want to buy.
Hey, Lindsay, are those Titan pry bars still $20? Because if they are, I know what I'm throwing in.
The prices have dropped. The prices have dropped.
Jude is referring to this one week. He's been on chats before in the live stream. A really good guy named Sammy Salinas, who's a customer of mine, and he watches Jude's channel and my channel. And he got on a truck one night with my flyer, and he said, "Hey, can you order these for me?" And he points to this set of 4 pry bars for like $20, and they're from Titan.
Yeah.
And he says, "Are these any good?" I said, "Probably not. They cost $20."
Yeah.
And they're from Titan, right? I said, "Can we get you in something else?" He goes, "No." He says, "I just want something for the house." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I ordered them, and the next week when they came in, I said, "I got your pry bars." He said, "My what?" I said, "The pry bars you asked me to order." He said, "I asked you to order pry bars?" I said, "Yeah." He came on the truck with a flyer and he pointed right to the picture. He says, I don't remember that. I said,
Did he by chance have a liquid lunch before?
he says, "Was I drunk?" I said, "He didn't seem drunk. I mean, he seemed perfectly sober." So, so he's had those now for, gosh, I don't know. It's been at least a year. Uses them occasionally, I guess. There's nothing to brag about, but for $20, hey,
If he made it a year with them, he paid it. They're paid off.
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason Frederick, I just got your name. You're in the drawing.
Jason, how are you? Good luck tonight. Good luck to everybody who hasn't won yet. Congratulations, just like the little banner on the bottom says, to all you guys who won. Let me see, who is it? It was, if I remember, I know Ken, I know Brandon, Dad's Speed Shop, I think, and who was the other person? I can't remember. Eric T. Eric T. Congratulations to all four of you. If you're here, I know Ken's here, I know Brandon's here, and everyone else. Good luck tonight, man. This was a really fun month. I look forward to every Friday in June.
Yeah,
it's been really, really
I
cool.
tell you what, it went by incredibly fast.
It went by really fast.
It just seems like last week we were having the conversation about doing the whole stream.
I remember when you and I were talking about it, Cass, and it was like maybe a week ahead, a week out still, or maybe 10 days out. And now all of a sudden it's like, man, it's done. It happened. That's crazy quick.
Lindsay's Pride Month was great.
Oh, you saw his do-rag he wore last week?
Christopher McCartney, you entered by writing a deal in the chat. You're entered.
Yep, you are now
as long as
Christopher.
Lindsay writes your name down. Just listen, because he's going to repeat your names here in a little bit.
Who just came in?
Steven Tincher, if you have, if your name,
I got you, Steven. You're in.
And if you subscribe to my page, also, I'll throw in a bonus tool.
There you go.
Or something.
And then did you get JWC Tech in there?
Yep.
Hands on Mechanical, Shannon Dickinson.
Yep.
Michael Beachy.
Yep.
392 Jake.
He's in.
Jacob Frederick.
Jake.
Cool.
I see some new names here.
Hey,
if
anybody that Ken, like for instance, Ken and Brandon, you guys can for sure. I think Dad Speed and Custom, I think he has a channel as well. Anybody who wins that has a channel, you should do a 2-3 minute video, going through the stuff, and
oh yeah, that would be great.
That would be cool, to show what you guys got. It'd be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I like Pat Paulson's idea. To enter, send $400 in unmarked small denomination bills to me. That would help your chances.
That would.
Mom, no, that Portuguese. Do you go to Target? Target. They needed the Target for the gift card, man. No, mom, no. What are you crazy, mom? You are son of a third. You guys ever watch those videos?
Oh man,
when we first scammed the scammers. Oh, that's their. I love those videos.
Christopher McCartney, I just got your name entered in there, so you're in the bucket. I guess now would be a good time. We might as well review the rules. Yeah.
The rules.
So the rules are simple. If you are in the chat, you have been entered to win. We'll go over all the names to make sure everyone's been accounted for, but your name is being written on a slip of paper, being put in a bucket that we're going to do the drawing from at 10:15 p.m. Central Time. And if you are chosen as the winner, you have 60 seconds to give us the high sign in the chat to let us know that you are still here. And if you win.
And if you don't?
Well, if you don't win.
It goes to the next person.
It goes to the next person. If you don't claim your prize within 60 seconds.
Yep.
And if you don't win tonight, you're shit out of luck.
Oh, that's true. You're SOL because there's not going to be.
Until next Pride Month. Lindsay Pride Month. When we do it again.
It's a Pride Month tool giveaway. If you win, email me at Lindsay at
I'm leaving. Fuck this. I'm out of here.
Give me your.
See y'all later.
Your name and your shipping address. And in a couple of weeks, when we get all the tools in, some stuff is still being donated and purchased, and we'll put all the bags, put all the tools in the bags and ship it right out to you. So you got 60 seconds to claim the prize. If you do, then email me your contact information, and you're good to go. This week's giveaway is sponsored by Tarek at T6 Tools. Check them out at t6tools.com. Be good for a laugh or two there.
Tony from HR has arrived.
We joke about Pride Month, but on another more serious note, especially since we were talking about veterans earlier, I believe it's also like Men's Mental Health Month. And I know veterans sometimes have gone through a whole lot, and remember, if you got any veteran, any men in general, but and think about the people that love you if you ever have crazy thoughts in your head, because mental health is probably more important than physical health, because if you can't keep it together, man, it's got to be rough. It's no joke to have, and I know people put up a strong front, and I don't care if I know anybody in the chat, veteran, non-veteran, whatever, and you guys know my number. I don't care what time it is. If you guys ever need someone to talk to, someone to yell at, someone to scream at, I don't care. If you live close to me, if you need someone to hit, don't hesitate calling me or getting my attention, because I'd rather help you out than get some bad news. That's how I look at that. But on that note, guys, I'm sorry. I am going to have to call it a night. I'm going to have to head off. It's about 7:40 now. Mark, Cass, Lindsay, Ben, it's been fun. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, Jude.
Tip of the
Appreciate
hat
it.
to you, Jude.
It was great.
Happy 4th of July, Jude.
Yes, have a good holiday.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to be at Huntington Beach on the 4th of July. So
Sounds like fun.
that'll be a blast. We'll be there at 5:30 in the morning so we can get a fire pit, and we won't leave. Well, it's going to be a jungle getting out of that parking lot, but we'll start packing up around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it'll take us 2.5 hours to get out of the parking lot, an hour to get home, get a good 4 hours sleep, and go back to work.
There you go.
All right. Well, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll probably go live on tomorrow night if you guys, anybody wants to jump on.
Sure.
I'm there.
Good night, guys.
Awesome. Thanks. So
Good night,
check
Jude.
out Power Stroke Jude's channel, and he'll be going live tomorrow night. Thank you, Jude.
Yep.
Thank
Thank
you.
We got another person in the chat. Did you get brown
We do.
built?
Brown built.
Good night.
Everybody's gotta give Jude the deal. I don't know what you call that. The fingers.
That's some California thing.
You can give me the finger and give him the finger.
Surfing thing.
Biggie Fitz is
I don't know.
here.
Never been on a surfboard before.
Biggie.
That's a lie. I actually have. HD Rider just showed up.
HD
He said,
Rider.
hand purple blue piece. I don't know what that means. But sure.
That's supposed to be an emoticon. Instead, we get the text descriptor of the emoticon.
Thank you.
Now, I have a question for Brian Stewart related to the hammer discussion we had a little bit ago, because a set of copper-headed hammers, and I wondered at the time what application there was for a copper hammer that there wouldn't be for a brass hammer. I didn't know if there was a functional difference or if there's a particular application for one over the other, or are they in essence the same? I don't know. So, Brian, if you hear my question there, let me know what your thoughts are on the Mako copper hammers, and if anyone else in the chat has a thought or an opinion on that, let's hear it.
I don't think I've ever sold a copper hammer.
I've never seen them until I saw the Spot and Mako's flyer on them, and I started Googling around to see if I could see what application there was for them, but I really couldn't. So I don't know if it's some. I mean, I can't imagine it's a strange. I mean, I'd imagine they're marketing toward the automotive industry if they're in Mako's catalog, and not some industrial application that we otherwise wouldn't know about. But I don't know. Brian says he has a copper mini sledgehammer. Have you sold them? Do you know if they're any different than the brass ones?
Softer, maybe?
I don't know.
Because I don't think the brass is 100% brass. I think it's an alloy mixture of sorts on most brass. Not because they call them a non-marking or non-sparking, non-marring or non-sparking hammer.
Yeah, and I understand both those applications. You usually find like non-sparking hammer applications in some industrial environments, and certainly you'd want a non-marking in a lot of different applications. But yeah, I don't know And Jason Williams says copper is softer. And Brian says he sold both of them.
Well, a little bit up there. If you go up, someone posted where they use it to hit brass punches with.
Because it's softer than brass.
There you go.
That makes sense.
Maybe.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt the thumb as bad. Yeah, it's soft enough.
I guarantee you, I hit your hand with a steel hammer and a copper hammer. You're going to hate both of them. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I just got a Matco dealer like 3 weeks ago. So, got another newbie here, Misfit
Garage. Welcome, Misfit Garage.
Thanks for stopping in. Hang out for the drawing.
Hang out for the drawing. Your name is on the slip. You are being entered as
Money Cornell in here.
Yep, he's on there
earlier. Yeah. You know, when you're on your 5th live stream of a month, all the names kind of run together.
They kind of do. But we've seen a really good crew on the chat, and we're very lucky to have such good guests on the panel. And it's been a lot of fun, a lot of good laughs.
You've got to be speaking about Mark, not me.
Well, Mark, you, Jude. When we had Kyle on here, he was fun to have on here. Someday we're going
years ago.
The other guy.
Someday we're going to nail down Brian Stewart. Oh, Brian.
And my Snap-on guy, but we may have to do the Snap-on guy one. We may have to film it like in the morning sometime and then show it later.
Okay.
Or do like clips or something. You know what we ought to do? We go do breakfast with him. Because that's like his lunch.
What time does
you know what I realized? I like 2 in the morning. I don't know. You know what I need is a gold tooth so I look like Dr. Teeth in the Electric Mayhem. I got the hat.
From the Muppet Show.
There you go. Hey, yeah. I grew up with Muppets.
I do too.
Trash.
No.
Who's your favorite Muppet?
Are we talking Sesame Street Muppets or Muppet Show Muppets?
Muppet Show Muppets.
Muppet Show Muppet.
Like Muppet Show Muppets.
I like Animal.
Animal.
Well, I grew up playing drums too, so we were kindred spirits.
Ah, yes. I wish they had the hair like Animal. Yeah.
Yeah, Elmo. He's a sly character. You got to watch out for him.
Fozzie.
Oh, yeah, of course, Fozzie.
There's that guy on Instagram that does Elmo.
Fozzie was pretty awesome. So anyone got any exciting plans for this holiday weekend?
I'm going to blow some shit up.
Nice.
I'm going to take a nap.
I think I'm going to make a flamethrower too.
How are you going to make your flamethrower?
Well, you're going to have to watch the video to find out.
How lucky are we there's going to be a video on it?
Oh, I got to see if Bobby's up for it. Because if he's not up for it, because he's kind of injured right now, if he's not up for it, we're not going to do it this weekend.
Oh.
But he brought me the ideal flamethrower setup, and so he's like, hey, we can make this. And I go, God damn it, you're right, we can. Should we? No, but are we? Probably.
Should you? Where are you going to test it?
Where do you think?
Not in your backyard.
No. It's too much fun. And Lindsay, am I lying about when we do all this crazy shit? I mean, like, this is how we live. No, if we think of one bad idea after another, and we execute them flawlessly.
It's the way it should be.
Yep. God,
a lot of people never even try half the stuff that you do.
They shouldn't. That's number one. They shouldn't try it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go dig out one of my old football helmets for safety.
That's just good thinking. And wear a cup.
I haven't found one big enough yet. Oh,
Wow.
oh,
Brian Stewart is bemoaning Tech's choice in the half-inch Milwaukee deal. Which deal is that, Brian? Because I just saw one. You get the half-inch gun with one battery, a charger, a bag, and a free boot for cheap.
Was it two something he was selling it for? 250.
I don't know is that what he was selling it for? I don't know.
Something like that.
I didn't.
249.
But he was retailing it for that.
What's that?
He's 280 with the battery,
280.
huh? I hope he wasn't selling it on credit.
No. Online. Text choice online.
Oh, okay.
Full pop.
I mean,
we got another new.
I would do that.
Stream here. Brandon Modern.
Brandon.
Thanks for
Welcome.
joining us. So, what are you doing this weekend other than the nap, Mark? Another
I
nap?
don't know. It's up in the air. Maybe go jet skiing. We'll see what happens.
God, I hate you. God, this sounds like so much fun. A nap and jet skiing?
That's a heck of a weekend.
It's supposed to rain all weekend here, so
Yeah, stop. Then now you're just making us feel bad because we don't get any of that. No naps, no jet skis, definitely no rain.
yeah. No, that's what's happening.
No, we're gonna probably shoot off too many fireworks and hopefully this.
You guys
goes well, or
100 degrees every day, 100 plus.
Yeah, that's. I'm wearing long sleeves. It's cold in the house right now.
I think it was 67 when I woke up this morning.
Oh,
It's not gonna be 67 here till like December.
maybe. Yeah, Brian, if that's the deal that I'm thinking, ISN has that promotion right now. You can't get them for less than that. But
No. He's in franchise. Can't break them rules.
Okay.
Jonathan Sherwood. What's going on, Jonathan? I want some rain. Jonathan, if you live in Texas and you want rain, you better wait till August because we ain't getting any this month.
We're living the panhandle
of Oklahoma. I don't know. I want rain. It was only 85 today. I don't even know if our low is 85 right now. Is it?
No, the overnight lows I think were upper 80s.
Yeah. Just wait until like the middle of July when the overnight lows are in the mid 90s. You wake up to 100 degrees. You're like, let's get out there and do some shit.
Our temperatures are supposed to go down in July, although we had the driest June in 10 years. We only had like an inch and a half of rain.
I don't know. It was humid enough. There was a couple of days I thought you would live in Africa. So, But I like the hot weather. I'm not going to complain.
Oh, I like hot weather. I can't stand snow. Hate it.
You can ask Lindsay. I worked at probably 3 of the 5 hottest shops on earth.
That's the truth.
So back in '99, whenever my son was born, I worked the shop that Lloyd's original shop was in like a business complex and it's surrounded by asphalt, and the shop faced the south, and
nice and hot in the morning.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was like brutal. Like the morning sun was bad, so it was one of the hottest summers on history. And the regular temperatures during the day were like in the one teens, you know what I mean? Like 117, 119, stuff like that. And I put a thermometer on my toolbox in the middle of the shop, and the shop only had one regular car door, and it had one small walk-through door in the back. And it was 1,800 square feet. It got to 154 degrees in the shop that one day. And he was like, God, we're closing down. But it's too hot. You're not working back there. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm not working back there. 154 degrees. One of us is going to die. We can make muffins. Like, Jesus.
Well, 2 guys in one shop last week had to go home for heat exhaustion.
Ah,
What I
what a
knew.
bunch of badges. Sack up. Come on. Oh, got another one. Simeon.
CMT Simeon.
100
New guy.
Like,
You
we
have been
ain't
entered,
hit
sir.
hot yet. Wait till we get to August
Well,
when
ma'am.
we have one of those days where like a devil size on us. You know what I mean? Love it.
Brian Stewart, I just sent you an email you might be interested in with a certain promotion you might be able to take advantage of.
Sounds like they need some tampons more than anything else.
Well, Pat Paulson is going to have 110 tomorrow.
Like Tyler. Tyler here has got the
Tyler just
right
popped in.
attitude. Drink water and quit being a pussy. Can't disagree. Misfit Garage, you're entered. All you had to do is just comment in the chat.
That's it. You're already in.
Boom.
So
You're in.
little to no effort on your part.
Just say hello.
Just say hello. Does that mean I'm entered? I said hello.
Just say hello.
No way. 19-year-old kid overdosed on energy drinks. Good Lord. What is the matter with people?
What a vag.
How many do you have to drink?
Right?
I drink them all day.
But how many to overdose on? How many?
What
would
up,
you have
Brian,
to
out
physically
loud.
drink?
Pussy. I drink these things like they're water. I didn't pass out. What a vag. That's why I know these young kids will never be able to do shit. I ain't overdosed on energy drinks. Oh my God. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? I'm not that hard to work with. Anyway, Lindsay, you've been around me enough. You've seen me interact with my
I
coworkers.
have.
I'm not
And
that
all-
bad, am I?
No.
Narlos. Just
You-
drink more.
So did
They'll get
you
up.
did you drive your porter out of the shop now? Is he gone?
No, he's still there.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Did he resurface?
Yeah, he finally showed up.
Oh, good.
He had some,
Narlos,
he had
you're
some
entered.
he had some lame ass story, but we're not putting up with that lame ass story. He had a couple of talking tos this week, not by me, because my idea of talking to him was firing him. But
So, Lindsay,
Back
have you
up.
seen the new? Who's it made by? Oh, great! The nano sockets, the ratchet that's going to come for them.
Are these the Astro ones?
Astro, yeah, the Astro nano sockets. They got a ratchet now coming that will hold those sockets.
Oh,
sweet.
I haven't
So it
seen
makes it real low profile.
I haven't seen that.
And I think they're 18 inches long.
Cool.
Oh my God.
So basically, it looks like a wrench, but it has a socket type shaft.
Can you
to
share
it.
the screen, Lindsay?
You know,
so you
a
can
ratchet.
show-
Oh, wait,
shaft.
no, this isn't it.
No.
No, it is.
Jonathan Shore, yes, that's a recovery drink. I agree.
One side is 17 millimeter. The other side is 22
Nope.
millimeter.
That's
Not those.
No, this is
No,
the
it
one.
would have that end. It would have the ratchet end, but the rest of it is a handle like on a ratchet, like a regular ratchet, like a 3H ratchet. It has a regular handle.
Really?
Tyler, you're not wrong. I think your drinking schedule there is appropriate.
Holy moly!
Hold
Why?
on, let me see. I'll see if I can find in a number real quick. Give me 1 second.
Because this is the one when I'm reading the product description. They do
Hold
say
on.
this is the 17 millimeter is size for the 3/8 nano sockets, and the 22 is size for the 1/2 inch drive ones. Unless they came with something different. $78318 says
Jason Williams.
78. Oh, nice. I don't get a picture. Oh, no, I do get a picture. Well, isn't that interesting? That's way longer handle.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah. Thanks for the part number, buddy. Appreciate that.
Yep, that's it. I was just getting the part number.
Okay, yeah.
78318.
Yeah, Jason Williams and Narlos both posted the part number in the chat, so
Yeah.
that's interesting. I didn't know about either of these two.
Yep.
Smart.
Diabolical 58's in the chat. What's going on, John? I dropped my phone and then all of a sudden we got like 12 comments.
Diabolicals here. I gotta make some new slips.
Chris
So let's
Chambers,
go over the rules.
I don't know if there's a difference between the nutsert gun and the rib nut gun, but I'll look it up on the old Google machine here.
There's different adapters that come with that gun. They're very expensive.
Which one, nutsert or rib nut?
I think they're both this. I think they're both under the same thing. If you were to look at if I forget the name of the company that makes it. There's a company who makes them, and I'm trying to go back in time to remember. You have to buy one of the adapter sets separately, and the whole thing's stupid expensive. Because I think they're
I have a rib nut.
a manual hydraulic gun, if I'm not mistaken.
No, mine's a manual. Mine's not
Okay.
hydraulic gun. I think from what it looks like, the nutsert gun, it might be hydraulic. The rib nut gun may be mechanical.
Okay.
But they all basically do the same thing. You're putting a threaded nut into possibly a blind hole.
Hmm. And Brian asked me, is there a big tool haul this weekend? No, there's no tool haul this weekend. Oh, I have a different video than the regular tool hauls this weekend. It's
Is it you waiting on a wrecker to pick up the truck?
No. I drove it to your shop.
What?
That thing made under its own power.
Oh.
It did. Easily, too, I might add. Where was I going with this? I was about to say something profound. Oh, the tool haul video. No, there's no tool haul video. This video is titled "For the Ladies." It is in the audience for these are the women in the lives of mechanics who wonder why they spend so much money on tools and hate the tool guys. So I go down 9 discussion points about the reasons why technicians and mechanics need to buy so many tools and why they cost as much as they do. The idea of being a professional grade mechanic means that you got to buy professional grade tools from a professional grade vendor, and what that really means. Some of the additional value that you might get from that. then we talk a bit about the tool trucks, about tool truck life and the purpose they serve, and why people would choose to buy from them. So I thought it was a pretty interesting discussion point that was brought up by. Well, I think one of my customers joked about it one day. He said, "Oh, you should do a video explaining why we have to buy so much stuff." And I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably a really good idea. So this one isn't for you folks. This is for the ladies in your life that wonder why you spend so much money on tools. Sit them down in front, watch them, or send them the link to it or whatever, and then hopefully we can
You'll
all
get a phone call.
I'll get a phone call. If I find him on your truck one more time.
You should have. Oh man, that would have been you should have consulted me before this. I'd had the perfect intro for the video.
Oh,
There was a wrestler from the '90s in the WWE. His name was Val Venus, and he introduced himself as "Hello, ladies." It's never too late. I'm just saying, you have 24 hours till the video debuts.
yes.
And I'm
It'll
gonna try to film some new stuff this week. So, or this
That'd be cool.
weekend. I had to get some stuff. Man, it's been like ridiculously busy in my life the last 10 days. So,
A lot going on.
well, I mean, you've been there, you've seen it.
I didn't help that whole thing either.
No, you definitely did not. No,
Hey,
you
I know you're
definitely
busy and don't have any time to schedule, but here's my truck.
Yeah, I already know you're working till 10 o'clock every night, but could I maybe throw something else at you?
You could still be there by the time I bring my truck to you. Thanks.
Could you give me a ride home also? And then
I
go
mean,
back
it's
and
on your way.
work on my truck? Yeah. Yeah. Anthony with a $5 holler.
$5. Thank you, Anthony. I'm sorry, honey. My tools cost as much as the wedding and your ring did. This is how to make money. No, that's absolutely true. And that's the crux of the video was that these are the things that he uses to earn a living. And to build a career is not free. And in order to do it, this is the investment that you have to make. And hopefully if they're buying from tool trucks, then they're getting their money's worth in service and knowledge and all the rest of it that you get from a really good tool guy. So,
Tyler, probably this weekend I might have some free time. I might have some free time this weekend. I'm definitely not going to commit myself to any work at the shop. My son's coming in, so my priority is hanging out with him. But he's going to go hang out with his friends at some point, so I'll have some free time to mess around. Also, I'm pretty excited this weekend. There may not be a lot of NASCAR fans in the chat, but I'm a NASCAR fan, and they're racing on a street course for the first time ever. And I'm kind of excited about in Chicago.
Really?
I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, I think that would be very interesting to watch. Even if you're not a fan of NASCAR, probably be interesting to see what the
that's something you got to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. The other things, 4th of July is like my favorite time of the year because it's number one, it's hot or warm or whatever you want to call it. So I really like the warm weather. And the 4th of July, it's just that time of year. You know what I mean? It's like the halfway point of summer for us, at least. And then, you get to celebrate America. It's so much fun. And then the build up to the 4th, it's like when I was a kid, the build up to Christmas. It's just my favorite time of the year. That and my kid gets to come home this weekend. I'm really pumped. And he'll be here in 45 minutes.
In all the excitement, don't forget to watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yes. We're going to watch Joey Jaws go for the record.
He'll make it. Guy's unstoppable. All right.
Nobody
It's
else that can come close to
10:09 p.m. So in a few minutes, we're going to have the drawing. Let me go over real quick. Everybody's names. If you do not hear your name by the time I'm done with the list, let me know. But I think we pretty much have everybody. First, we have Zachary Larson. I'm sorry if you don't see it, if it's blurry. The autofocus on the camera can be slow. Stephen Tincher.
Good luck, Steven.
Trust me, it says your name.
Trust me, it's there.
I wrote it.
Lindsay, I think you're going to have to pick up the pace or we're going to be here. Oh, you need to add Ohm Vision to this as well.
HD Rider.
Oh, there's a new guy just came in.
Ohm Vision.
Ohm Vision.
Oh,
Hold
Lindsay's fucked right now. He's looking for a pen
No, I got to add a
and a
name.
piece of
I moved
paper.
my flips.
There's probably an easier way to do this. We ain't doing that.
We're not doing it. No. Hey,
That will be
nothing
next
good-
year.
Nothing good ever came easy. Olm Vision, this is your slip. Joe Shearer. Andrew Leitz.
Raging Cajuns here.
Pat Paulson. Raging's here. Thank you, Mark.
He's been here for a while, too. Oh,
Has
got
he?
another one. Joe, too. Yeah, Raging's been here for a minute, man.
Oh, well, see, it's a
It's
good thing.
slipping on the job. Shit, everybody
Raging?
might want to listen.
Man. All these guys just pouring right in at the last minute here.
Yep.
Joe 2, you're in. That's your slip.
Mark, do you think Lindsay's going to get this drawing off by 10:15?
Joe Mama. Maybe. Jacob Frederick.
Time to sharpen that green
He's got 2
crayon.
minutes.
Pat
T
Paul.
Money
He's got 2
Cornell.
minutes.
The drawing
When's
is
the drawing? As soon as he gets done reading off
Like-
these
like
names,
real
make sure
food.
you hear your name.
T. Semyon. Jake Sheff. Christopher McCartney.
Oh, there's a new
Ron.
guy.
Diabolical
Ron,
58.
Mexico.
Who's new?
The T.
Nope.
No,
yeah.
he's there. We already got him.
I hate. Was he already in?
Yeah.
Chris Chambers. Brian Stewart. 392 Jake.
Oh, we got another one. Multi Miller Outdoors.
Brown Built.
I think they're just flooding in for the giveaway. here.
Multi Miller Outdoors. This is you.
I have a suspicion.
At 10 p.m. We got like twice as many. DK Roth.
Is the viewership gone up? That's all I'm asking.
No. Michael Beachy. JWC Tech. Ratchet Wise. Hands On Mechanical. Wasso HVAC Sergio. Bocce's Blankets and more. Narlos or Gnarlos. Larry B. I don't even know. He's still here. Shannon Dickinson.
If he wins and he's not here, guess what?
Chris Hasdis.
He's gonna win.
I'll make fun of him when I see him this week if I get my truck back. Biggie Fitz.
That's an awesome high praise by you,
Derek. Should I be at least encouraged that you didn't find something?
Hey, I moved it into the shop at Rand.
Oh, see, Jason Williams, Misfit Garage, didn't spew white smoke.
No,
Mark Worth, Baja Ha Automotive,
what's not wrong with the truck, Brian Stewart?
Travel Diva 2. What isn't wrong with my truck, man? Jonathan Sherwood, Brandon Mottern, Anthony GM85,
That's Tony from HR if he wins.
Tyler Williams. If I did not say your name and you're in the chat, let me know right now. Because we've got but a moment until the drawing.
And if you're subscribed
Remember,
to
if you're also
Mid-Atlantic
subscribed to my
Tools,
channel, I'll give you a bonus prize
How awesome is that?
if you're the winner.
there might be some ketchup packets, but you're getting them.
It might be ketchup package, but
Hey.
it's still going to be a bonus.
Do not look a gift horse in the mouth. A free prize is a free prize.
Ketchup packets? I'd rather prefer salt and pepper ketchup or salt and pepper.
First of all, you can make a meal out of ketchup packets. So
Oh yeah.
in a pinch, they're a good survival tool.
You know, have you ever had a jam sandwich and a pine wood float? You know what that is?
What is it?
Jam sandwich and a pine wood float. Does anybody know what a pine wood float is?
No idea what that is.
A pine wood float?
No.
You don't know what pine wood? That's a glass of water with a toothpick in it. Jam sandwiches where you take 2 pieces of bread, you jam them together. Jam
Never
sandwich.
dull
Have y'all
moment
ever,
with you around,
have
Cat.
y'all
Let me
ever
tell you,
been
I learn
poor
something
before?
new every time.
I mean, when you're broke, I mean, you'll do whatever it takes. You'll dress it up however you need to make it good. I've had
you
plenty
can go a
of
long
plywood
way
floats.
on top ramen noodles.
That pine wood float really topped me off.
Does it? Hits the spot. A trailer truck loaded with top ramen noodles rolled over on the interstate, and officials estimate it cost $12 in damage.
Been an hour and 15 minutes, so I guess it's drawing time.
It is
All right.
drawing time. All right,
It's nut cutting time. Let's go.
here we go. Everybody's in the bucket
Of doom.
of doom.
Of doom.
Once I draw your name,
You gotta hold it over your head and do the little twirly bird.
Oh. I don't know these.
Not
rules.
too high. Come down a little bit. Right there.
Too
You
low,
gotta
too
twirl
low.
it with your
Too high,
hand.
too
Twirl
low.
it with your hand. Can you use both arms? Are you multitasking? Now toss it around some more. You're not doing it enough.
I don't know. It's a
Too
technique
deep
that
for his
I'm not
hand.
familiar with.
The technique you're not used to.
All right. Now, Mark, your job.
Good luck,
I'm just gonna-
everybody.
I'm just going to fiddle
Drum
around in
roll,
here, Mark.
please. Drum roll, please. Oh, wait. We have another person. Do we have time for one more name?
Who?
Billy Curtis.
Billy. Oh, all right, Billy. We'll add you.
He hasn't drawn names yet.
Correct.
Oh, boy.
All right, that's it. No more names. Anybody else
That's it.
comes in, that's it. No more
Yeah,
names.
show up. Billy, here's your slip.
Oh, Lindsay's gonna throw his name in the trash.
I'll
Like,
have to do that.
that's what you get for showing up late.
I have to do this all over again, and I have to refine my technique of
Of jiggling the cup.
get my hand in there, move everything around. Mark, you have the honor of telling me when to stop and pick a name.
How much longer do we go, Mark?
It's entirely up to Mark.
I want to see if he gets a hand cramp. Go ahead, draw it out.
All right,
All
here
right,
it is.
here we go. And the winner is
HD Rider.
there you go.
Congratulations. Now you have
You got
60
1 minute
seconds
to
starting
respond
now.
again.
you got 60
got 1
seconds
minute.
starting now, HD. Give us the high sign that you're in the chat.
He's in the chat, but he's
in the chat.
commented-
He just
hold on,
hasn't-
well, hold on. He commented before the drawing, so he is technically has a claim.
Well,
to
he just
prize.
commented again with the thumbs up.
Where is that at?
So he's good. He's in.
Where is he?
Where is he? I don't see it.
I don't see him.
Or was that before?
That was before.
You got 30
All
seconds.
right.
Oh man, HC Rider, you better not have gone to the bathroom or you will be upset.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh man.
15 seconds.
Lindsay was shaking the cup, he was shaking.
I got
something
to
else.
shake this out to try to.
Come on,
10 seconds.
Lindsay, you got to give this guy like a.
Come
He
on.
was in there.
He was
in
just
90
here.
He was just here. Are you
3,
fucking
2,
kidding me?
He was just
1.
here.
Oh my god! Oh,
Woo.
I gotta give him.
Mm-mm-mm.
Holy
Looks
shit!
like we're going to the well
He-
again.
Oh man, he wrote out.
Nope,
You got
No problem.
Rules is
We've got
rules.
plenty more names.
Rules is rules.
Plenty more names.
Oh my gosh.
That is. Oh, he's
There
there!
he is.
He's there! Stop! Stop!
Ah,
Time expired, man.
jeez.
His
We'll
comment
give it
is
to him
literally-
this time.
All right,
Man.
hold on a second. We can't do this, but we can't do this either. You know what I mean? This is a conundrum. I'm gonna add a prize. Have another drawing. HC Rider, he'll get his prize. We're gonna add another prize.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm throwing it out there. I'm gonna add another equal value prize.
An equal value prize. Okay.
Equal value
Okay.
prize. Here
But
goes
the
our
remaining-
HC
the remaining-
Rider. You're welcome, but hey, we got another prize. coming
That's
for everybody.
it.
Yeah.
That's
but
it.
The,
If
the
you don't
tool-
claim it, you're fucked.
It's a. Yeah. All right. Here you go.
Mark, tell him when to stop.
All right. Stop.
I know he's here. Brian Stewart.
Holy shit!
Give us a high sign, Brian.
I'm sending that guy some Snap-on stuff.
You got to send him some inventory.
Oh, nobody wants a Texas Twister. Yeah,
I know what he's getting.
No,
I'm not paying to ship that thing. Fuck no, that's too expensive.
Brian, give us a high sign.
Yeah, Brian, you got about 50
because you were
seconds.
just here.
Oh, pick someone else. Fuck. All right, pick someone else.
Someone else.
Hey, we're sending Brian Stewart a hat or something.
We're gonna...
A hat and a shirt.
Let's pick someone else.
Come on. I gotta go to the airport.
Here we go. Back in the bucket.
4 seconds.
All right. Go ahead now.
JWC Tech.
Oh, there we go. He's got a minute.
60 seconds.
If he doesn't show up,
clock is ticking.
TikTok. JWC Tech better answer.
Send him some
broken. He's always talking about winning something too. You know, he always wants to win. You better answer. 45 seconds. The family is eyeballing me like I shot someone. All right. They're like giving me the business right now. They're like,
there he is.
Oh!
Hey! Congratulations.
All right, JWC Tech, I got a prize for you. You're not going to get the mystery bag, but you're going to get the consolation prize, which may be better than the actual prize. So
email me.
HD Writer.
Yeah, we'll figure out consolation prize out of the kindness of Cass's heart. So email me at
and I promise you, if had Tyler won, I would have delivered the Texas Twister to him.
Yeah. I would have put a bow on that thing.
I would have rode with you on the truck just to see the look on his face when I got out with the Texas Twister. Like, here you go. Then he would have probably beat the life out of me. So who had fun? Was this fun? Did everybody have fun?
JWC takes a big winner. This is a good time. Now, for those of you who don't know, all this was the brainchild of Cass, and he had thought of the whole thing, and is one of the biggest sponsors of it. So thank you very much, Cass, for making all this happen. I greatly appreciate it, and I know that it was giving us something to look forward to every Saturday for the month. So thank you very much.
Well, I tried, right? So I have plans for something down the road, and I like to give back to people. It's like I think one of the greatest things you can do is give back to people, whether it's something small in your community or something big down the road. I have something planned down the road. I hope it works out. I really do. I've been pretty fortunate in my life. I've had a lot of good things happen my direction. So I really like helping people out. So, like this is a small token, but down the road, I'd really like to do something bigger. I've talked to Lindsay about it in the past, and then it's something in the future. If I ever, by any chance, get monetized, and I mean, if ever, I want to have a live stream, but I don't want to make anything from the super chats. I'm going to put that all towards a vocational charity because I believe in vocational skills and people that use their hands to work with. There's nothing wrong with going to college, but there's also nothing wrong with going and using your hands and skilled labor. So that's my belief there. So.
No, for sure. And I think that is something that is underemphasized to kids growing up at any age, especially in high school, when they're going to start transitioning to the higher education and start planning for at least what they think they want to do for a career. And the more we can make the trades as a viable alternative and treat them with the respect that they deserve and let them know that they are in fact noble callings and something that shouldn't just be relegated to something you can do if you can't do anything else. Rather, they're worth the time, the effort, the education, and the money that you put into growing a career because they're vitally necessary. We simply can't get along without them.
Well, I can't thank y'all enough for putting up with me for 5 weeks. And I really like hanging out with y'all. It's so much fun. Y'all are a good group of guys to hang out with. And everybody in the chat, I really appreciate everybody being a part of this because it was a good time. And I hope everybody had fun with it. So
I sure enjoyed it. Mark, thank you so much for being on. a couple of
Oh,
times,
it's
and
fun.
making the time, and it's fun to
always
get your
fun.
perspective, and love it when you share your expertise with everybody.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always a good time. I really got to make some videos though. I slack.
I just think it's cool that you had they had fans at the tool show who recognized you from your channel. That's really cool.
But that was neat. Yeah. Yeah, that was neat. People walk up to you and they're like, "Hey, I saw your channel." I'm like, "Okay, I guess somebody does watch it."
Somebody watches. It's pretty neat.
That's one thing I always find amazing, though. How many people watch it and how many people subscribe is such a big difference.
Every time I've looked at my analytics and I see that about 80% of my subscribers don't watch the channel, I'm like, why would you subscribe then? Although I appreciate the subscriptions, I really do, but I don't understand why somebody would subscribe to this and not watch.
And on my channel, it's like I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I got tons of people watching.
Yeah. Yep. If they could just convert over to subscribers, your channel will grow like crazy.
On that note, I got to hit the road. I got to go pick up my kid. So, everybody, happy 4th of July. Thanks for joining us. Thank Yvette.
Happy 4th
Past,
of July.
present. Yep. Happy 4th of July. Make sure you say a prayer for America. We love you. Appreciate you. Lindsay, thanks for making this happen. I will see you soon.
Yep.
And check out Mark. Make sure you check out Mark and his channel, Mid-Atlantic Tools. Check out Lindsay at Coil Tools. Check out everybody else's channel that's been a part of this. And I'll see y'all next time.
Thanks, guys. All right. Anything you'd like to wrap up with, Mark?
Yep, you're breaking up. What's that?
Really? Anything you'd like to wrap up with?
Uh-oh. Now I'm having internet connections.
Uh-oh.
We're having internet problems. You're breaking up on me now.
Oh no.
Cass leaves and the whole thing goes to hell.
I know. He was the kingpin. The whole thing pivoted on him. Well, I guess now we know. There's a few questions left over in the chat. Brian asked, any new guns? I was gonna do a whole thing with some guns on one of the tool halls, but I had to get them right back out and get them in customers' hands. I didn't have time to shoot the video. One was very interesting because it was kind of a low grade gun that a guy just had to have, and it would have been interesting to show you what it was. It was a I don't know. I don't even remember what it was, but it would have been kind of fun to talk about because it was just I don't know. It wasn't worth. I don't think it was worth buying, but he had to have it, so it was the one I got for him. And a couple of handguns were in there, a couple of AR rifles. So, Eric T, what happened to the bearing? Nothing. It's all right for those guys. For those of you who don't know, 1 second. All right, a while back, I was repairing a 1/2-inch Cornwell air impact, and when I got to the part where you remove this housing for the rotor, so the rotor with the vanes that spins around fits in this assembly or the sleeve here, and on the back is a slip fit bearing. Yep, that's it, right? And the rear spindle fits in there. And then there's one on the front. Normally what I do is no matter what I have to repair on an air tool, I do a complete overhaul, clean everything, do a complete inspection, see if anything else is worn or broken. In addition to whatever the original complaint was, replace the parts, relubricate it, reassemble it. Part of that is removing these bearings just to see if they're still functioning well, and they're fairly inexpensive. So a lot of times I'll just replace it anyway, because you might as well. They could get worn down over time. I cannot get this out. It is in there to stay. And I have tried heat, cold. I've tried trying to pull it out. I tried a few different things, but nothing is making this thing budge. And I started to wonder if somebody had used epoxy, because if you can, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but right around where the outer race meets with the surface of the bearing, you see how dark that is?
Mhm.
I'm wondering if that's epoxy or some adhesive
Yeah.
in there, right? Which is weird because you shouldn't put that in there. So then I'm thinking, well, there's ways you can get this out. Like, I mean, but everything is expensive. I could probably also weld a cross piece of this and punch it out from the other side. But I'm concerned about damaging this sleeve because this is $130 to replace it, and I'm not in the mood to break it. So I'm leaving it in. That is my professional opinion. And I talked to the customer about it. And I told him exactly what was happening. And I said, so there may be an issue down the line with this bearing. And if there is, just know that removing it may require a method that damages this sleeve. I said, and if that does, I said, here's the cost of replacing it. And he says he's fine with that. So, no, there it stays.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it bums me out because I feel like I hate losing. I hate losing to a bearing, but there it is. So, Eric, that's what answers your question there. And Brian wants to do a gun raffle, but not sure how to legally do it. Check your state laws to see what the rules are for doing a private firearm sale. People do it here in Texas all the time because it's pretty lenient when it comes to doing a private sale between two parties. Where I grew up in Massachusetts, they had a much stricter set of rules. I lived in New Hampshire for a while. They were looser than Massachusetts was. So you might want to check with, I'm sure that there must be something in the state's website or whatever body governs firearm commerce in the state. It wouldn't be covered by federal law, so you'd be looking at the state for sure. And JWC Tech says that the long handle nano ratchet was pretty sweet, Mark. So have you had experience with those? Have you sold them or used them before?
I only got one in to see what it was like.
Okay.
And then I didn't get any more. And that was my mistake. I should have got more. Because I haven't seen them now anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nobody has them.
Oh.
So I guess I just got lucky. I don't know. I don't know how I got the one, but I did. So now I have them on back order.
Yeah. I'm just looking back in the chat because somebody mentioned. Here it is. Brian mentioned it, that he has a few customers interested in the Milwaukee Insider ratchet. That's their pass-through one they announced. It hasn't hit the market yet.
Yeah.
I saw some interesting videos on those, people giving their opinions on them, and it'd be interesting to see how popular they are in the market, to see which industries find them most useful. Because I have a feeling there's going to be people in some industries that find them more useful than others.
Well, like I said in my video, if you don't have a extended reach ratchet, that's the one to buy.
Yeah. Yep.
If you don't have it, that's the one to buy. Because they're giving you the anvils for it. So you can't really go wrong.
I don't think so.
No.
And the nice thing about it is it has the quarter drive, the quarter square drive, 3/8 square drive, and the hex bit adapter with it. So you can use them with your regular sockets if you wanted to, with your extensions if you want. You have a versatility with it that you don't have elsewhere. So I would tend to agree with you on that.
Yeah. Now, if you already own the 1/4 inch and 3/8, you might not want to buy it. I mean, unless you find that you can use that bit driver piece a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But
I don't know. And Brian says that CP, the tool out, doesn't care for it. I wonder how. Yeah, I think this is going to remain to be seen. Where in which industry it gets adopted in, and who is going to find it most useful. Because I think you're right, Mark. It's going to be well suited for certain people, perhaps not everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, instead of putting a tool down, I mean, there's a lot of people they'll buy a tool, or they might not like it for certain whatever it is, and then they just trash the whole tool instead of thinking, well, yeah, it doesn't work for me.
Right.
But I think that's when you have a guy that reviews tools, that uses tools a lot, that sometimes might not be a great review, because if he finds that it doesn't suit him for what he does, let's just say he's I don't know, he works on farm equipment and that's all he works on, and he just doesn't use that tool, then he might not give it the best review because he doesn't. Yeah. Now, how I review tools, I really don't review tools. I just tell you what I have.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I determine if a tool is good or bad is how many I get back for warranty.
Yes.
If I sell 5 of them and 5 come back, that's not going to be a good tool.
And I make sure that I ask people their opinions after they've been using it for a while, and not just like the next time I see them, but down the road.
Yes.
I like to remember, you've been living this for 3, 4, 6 months, whatever. Tell me what you think. What are your applications? How do you like it? Because that's really valuable information. Your point is an excellent point. And that is, for me to say, I don't like this pass-through ratchet because it doesn't have extensions, or it doesn't have high enough RPM, or whatever. Okay, but
Whatever
there might be somebody in a completely different industry that says, no, that's perfect for an application I have every day. Just because I'm not familiar with your industry doesn't necessarily mean that it's a junk tool. It's just not maybe the best fit for guys that I know who have.
And then also, like when I make my videos, because a lot of guys I'll get private messages, how much is that tool?
Yeah.
I never give out price because I'm not going to sell it to you. So I have no skin in the game. I ain't selling it to you.
Right. Yeah.
So
and
it's not like I went and I bought 20 of a tool, or 30 tools, or 50 tools, and now I got to sell them. So, I bought thousands of these, I got to sell them. So yeah, this is a great tool.
That's one of the biggest problems we can find ourselves in, is when we paint ourselves into a corner. And now we have to somehow convince people that this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Now they have to buy it, right? I never want to be in that position.
I bought every one on the shelf, and then now I want to sell them, so they're the best tool possible.
Yeah.
I'm not selling online, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right. As Brandon says.
So that's why when I do videos and stuff, I try to just, hey, this is something I got in. This is a nice tool. I sold a couple of them. Or a customer asked for this, I'll let you know how it works out.
And here's the feedback I'm getting, and
that's it.
Here's how many I'm seeing, and
yeah. And since I'm not trying to sell it to you,
right. In fact, if it's not a good tool, I don't want to sell it. That's But
then again, if you're an online seller, you might want to try to push those tools.
Yeah,
because that's your business.
Yep.
You're making you're making a commercial.
Yes.
That's what you're doing. You're making a commercial.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's your business.
Right.
So,
but I think that, if you're going to be reviewing tools or giving advice on tools, honesty and objectivity is the best way to go. And Brandon says something very true here, that tool reviews are subjective to the industry they're used in. Yeah, that's right.
That is
true. You're not doing, and when you do that, you're doing a disservice to people outside of your industry. And I think what that shows is you have this sphere of knowledge, but there's lots of stuff outside that sphere. And if you don't know what that is,
Yeah.
then you're by default excluding them because you're only addressing everyone within your sphere. So if my only view of the world is automotive techs and I say this isn't right for you, well, I haven't talked to anyone in the diesel world, industrial applications, aviation, heavy
Yes.
equipment, HVAC, electricians, whatever. I mean, I haven't talked to any of those guys. That's why when I look at tools, I don't think I've ever said, this thing is junk or this thing is awesome. What I will tell you is what it's appropriate for and who might get the best use out of it. And
Who might, yeah.
maybe it's not.
That's another good way of doing it. Yeah.
And maybe, I sold, what was I selling? Oh, a ton of those adjustable work tables, right? That is not a heavy duty table. And I'm never going to market it as such. I will tell people, look, this is a light duty table for light duty applications. If you have a smooth floor in your shop, good, because there's tiny casters on it, and people can make their decisions based on that. But I'm never going to tell everyone that's the most appropriate thing for every environment because it's not. And I'd rather have someone be happy feeling that they made the right decision than try to embellish something that's not true.
Go down 2 questions there.
From Brian?
No, up 1.
Up
2.
1?
One more. That would be the gear wrench, 1/4-inch drive. What's it, like 10 inches long with the replaceable heads?
With the little bit?
With the little bit.
The square drive bit that pops out?
Square drive bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good tool, but man, it is like really close to being a bad tool. Because if you put a little weight into it, you're going to break the pin.
Yeah.
It's going to break.
Yep.
And I warranty him a lot, but that tool there, it's a for certain applications, it could be a really good tool, but you can't put weight onto it. Once you start putting weight onto it, you're going to break it.
Yep.
You're going to break it.
An Easy Red is a similar one.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of thing. Same long handle. Same slim design. Do they break? Yeah, they break a lot.
They break a lot.
But they're not expensive, and people, I think it's useful enough that people are willing to put up with the breakage, and it has a lifetime warranty, so I just keep swapping them out. Not a huge deal. It's inconvenient, yes. But as long as they're willing to stand behind it, and I can support my customers in that, people are like, yeah, I get it. I know what I bought.
Yeah.
And I'm not expecting, this high performance tool. I just expect something that's going to get me out of a spot. I need long reach, tight area. Okay, fine. Just know that it may not survive, what you're putting it through, but it's okay. I'll just give you a new one. And I think as long as you frame things up like that and you help people make a smart decision, then they're fine with that. I would never market that as a heavy duty thing. But Brian was asking, speaking of the tables, the Sunex tables I sell the ones either from ISN or Medco. Medco's ATD brand and ISN is the K-Tool brand. So I don't know which one is cheapest at this moment, but I'll sell either, whatever's less expensive. They go back and forth in their pricing. The difference is if you buy these from either of those two guys, Medco ships them with the casters already bolted to the bottom frame. ISN does not. So it'll take you a few extra minutes to assemble them if you assemble them first and put them on the truck. Or if you just sell them in the box, then that's nothing I have to worry about. But I assemble them beforehand. Well, more accurately, my wife assembles them beforehand. So when we get them in, we just get them by the pallet, stick them in the garage. We'll assemble 3 or 4 at a time, throw them on the truck, and then just keep bringing new ones in.
I got 2 in my garage now.
Yeah.
I got to put on the truck.
Yep.
And that's all I'll be doing this weekend. I'll put them together.
Yeah. They don't take too long once you're used to it, but 10, 15 minutes a piece. But those have been very good sellers, but I would never want to oversell those. Are they handy? Absolutely. Will they save you time? Yes. Having the little drawer there is a big help.
Mm-hmm.
But I will, for an example, Gear Wrench and Mueller Cubes both have competing offerings in their tables. I will not
Yeah.
sell those because, in my opinion, they are too much money and they have a lower capacity. So what are you getting for your
The
extra
only thing you're
$100?
getting with the Mueller Kemp one is the wider wheels are separated. So when you pull it up
Yep.
on the side of the tire, you can probably get past the tire.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And if that's worth it, great.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of money to pay for that feature.
Yeah. And I think you can take the plastic out, clean it, put it back on. And that'd be it.
Right.
Brian has a 3-hour drive to the next weekend sales meeting. I wouldn't go.
Oof. Is that 3
I
hours
wouldn't go.
each way?
No.
God.
I used to drive an hour. That was my max.
Hmm.
So if they moved it farther out, I wouldn't go.
Yeah. And Brian's selling the Mueller ones in the Mako catalog. Have you sold those before, Brian? I've never sold one. People have asked about the gear wrench ones, but they have 3 hours each way. Good Lord. No. Yeah, I've never sold them. People have asked about the gear wrench ones, but the weight capacity is so much less than the K tool or the ATD ones. I don't even bother with them, and they cost way more. So I don't know where the value is. Any recommendations for safety wire pliers, Mark?
Does Nipex make them?
I don't know.
Because if they do, that's where I would get them.
I don't remember ever seeing them. Let me look them up here.
I haven't sold a set of them in years,
Ooh.
and I can't remember who was the last ones I sold.
Probably aviation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pickings are slim on those. There's not too many companies that have them. There's reversible and the non-reversible ones. I see them. Well, ISN sells the Titan ones, but they're all special orders, so I have no idea how available they are.
Mm.
I don't know that you're going to find much of a difference quality-wise between brands. I don't know.
The only thing would be if it had a wire cutter built into it, making sure the teeth, it lines up nice to cut it. But
Yeah.
that would really be it.
And JWC Tech says that he added some pack out drawers on the bottom of his Sonic table. I sold one to a guy. He's a welder, and he modified the crap out of this thing. He put like these big 5-inch casters on them, and he welded this wire cage to the base of his, and it is just like in orders of magnitude better than they are stock because of those big casters and that extra storage is. And for him, it's piece of cake for him to put that stuff on. Yeah, and Brandon says they're the bee's knees. They are pretty cool. They'll save you a lot of time in the shop.
Yeah.
Well, at least Brian drives with another Mako guy. God, anything to break that up, man. Is that just where it is this time, or is it always 3 hours away?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I wouldn't go. Yeah, I'd dug out. Oh, man. Brian.
They better be feeding you steak when you get there.
Right. I mean, there better be really good food. Hey, and Super Dave is here. Hey, Dave. Dave says the last time he used a safety wire pliers when I was in the military working on airplanes 25 years ago, and now he's working on Dave.
And I think that's probably the last one I sold was to a guy that was working on airplanes.
Yeah, I used to service.
I used to go to a little airport, a little hangar. The guy used to be in there. He used to have a little repair shop for airplanes, and then he went on to work on the other bigger airplanes, and that was it.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever sold any. I used to service an aviation shop a long time ago. Um, there wasn't a ton of business there for me, so I ducked out. But maybe I sold one pair. I don't know. Got a part number for you.
I believe the ones were just in Medco. Medco just had them on sale. ATD
Yep.
170, maybe. I don't know if that seems high. See if I had the flyer.
Yo, their retail prices are kind of high right now. Wow. Jonathan, if you've got a color choice, I'll get you the part number for that color. They have green, red, and black. Yeah, 7012 Brandon is for the red ones, yes. And then black ones are 7026, and the greens are 7025. They don't make
Have
them
you seen
yet.
these yet? These here?
I saw not in real life.
No? Very
No.
nice.
Are they really cool?
They're very nice. They have a magnet built in it so it doesn't fall out of your wrench.
That's handy. Wow.
They're a lot thicker than there was another brand I was selling, and I can't think of the name of the brand offhand. And it was very thin, didn't have a warranty to it. And then these came out, and they're a lot nicer.
Very cool.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be. I don't think it's going to be a high warranty item.
Oh, those work tables just went down in price from ISN. Brian, if you want to buy those right now, they're cheaper at ISN, and the minimum order quantity is 1. Buy as many as you like. They do give a discount for a pallet of 16, but you're limited to 16 of one color.
One color, right?
Yeah.
Do you get this, Lindsay?
I do. I don't really read it much though.
This is a nice one. This is the scan tool one. I don't know if you ever seen it. It has all the breakdowns, all the scan tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alltel, Top Don, all of them. I mean, iScan, just about everything's in here. And it tells you what each one can do over the other one. It makes it really nice when someone says, "Hey, can it do?" All right, let's look.
If they had those for every like if every manufacturer put that for every one of their scanners, that would be very handy. I think one of the
Well, this is pretty close to that.
is it? I gotta check that out.
I mean, I'm looking here. It has, yeah. I mean, it tells a lot. Like Top Don's really neat, but it suffers in like Volvo and let's see what else. Volvo, and there was something else. Land Rover and Jag.
Okay.
But Top Don seems to be like a new up and coming scan tool.
Yeah, and they seem to have a lot of buy-in from people.
So if you don't work on them vehicles, it's a good scan tool to get.
Yeah. Here's an image of that work table, by the way, for anybody who does not know which one we're referring to. This is the adjustable work table. There's a knob there. Just unscrew that, and then you can raise that top up to 48 inches tall. And it has a drawer and 3 compartments on the top front edge of it, and then a larger work surface with a rubber padding on all of it.
Brian, the snap, the Mako tools, what is it? It's a MD Max 4 CL. That's in here.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Very nice.
Lindsay, I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah, it's about time to wrap it up, I think. Brandon, that's very good advice. Put bigger caches on those things and be very happy. JWC Tech, if you have not already, please send me an email at lindsay@coiltools.com with you all your contact information, your full name, your shipping information, and in a couple of weeks, once we get all the bags completed and filled out, we'll get them shipped out to everybody who has one. So, Mark, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you. And to everyone in the
No
chat.
problem. And I will talk to you later on.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night. And to everybody in the chat, I am very grateful for all your participation. This has been a tremendous amount of fun. I hope you have enjoyed it. We've had a great benefit of some terrific guys on the panel, and being able to share the information and the knowledge and the experience from people in the chat, from other people who ask questions, has been a ton of fun. And I learn a lot every time we do one of these because everyone's got different opinions and experiences, and they all matter. So thank you, everyone. JWC Tech, shoot me that email at lindsay@coiltools.com. And HD Rider, I did get yours. Thank you very much. So we will do this again. I don't know exactly when, but we'll also do some Tool Hall live videos, and we'll do some more streams in the future. So please stay tuned for anything that's new and coming down the line. In the meantime, I'll have a new video out for you this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. So please check that out. Please like and subscribe when you do. I appreciate the subscriptions and watching the channel grow. So to everyone in the chat, thank you so much for all your participation. And it's been a lot of fun. And I want to thank Cass and Jude and Mark and all the guys who have helped make this happen and are active on my channel and help bring all this content to you. So thank you all very much. Have a great Independence Day. Please be safe, have fun, and we'll see you all at the next one. Have a good night.